In this digital collaboration video, we will talk about how you can use Kami in a collaborative way. Throughout the video, I will use different examples and templates. These are only meant to model the digital collaboration tools you have at your fingertips. Be thinking about how you can use this in your content area. Let's start here with a basic PDF that I have already saved in my drive. It's just a piece of text that I'm going to assign to groups in Google Classroom and have them break it apart. I might ask specific questions for them to answer in the comment features. I might have them break it apart or mark it up and have them ask questions. This way the group can kind of have a digital conversation throughout the document. The first thing that I want to do, because I'm going to have them in groups, is I'm going to want to make copies of this in my Google Drive. I can do this by simply finding the example text or whatever title of my text that I want and my three little dots and make a copy. I'd probably want to name this copy like group 1, group 2, however many groups I'm going to have, or some kind of unique name, because I'm going to assign each one of these texts to different groups because I don't want the whole class on each one. Once that is finished, I will come over to Google Classroom and create a Kami assignment. While we wait for that to load, be sure that you have the Kami extension installed to have the Kami assignment option under Create. If you don't have the extension installed, then you won't have that Create Kami assignment. Once here, this all looks very familiar. I'm going to give my assignment a title, maybe put in some instructions, come down to Google Classroom. Once this opens up, I'm going to locate that text. Remember that you will have a couple of copies. So I have copy of example text. I probably would have named them example text group 1, example text group 2, and so on. I'm going to grab this one for this group. Here's where the change is going to come. I'm going to, instead of make a copy for each student, I'm going to change this to students share one copy because I want this group to all be able to collaborate on here. The other thing I'm going to do is come up here to students, and I'm going to make sure I have all of them deselected. And by the way, this list is our wonderful Perez over at CIS. Thanks, guys, for being our guinea pigs here. I'm going to come through here, and I'm going to select only the students that I want selected for this. It's making a list up here for me to tell me who's in this group. Once I'm good there, then I can come down here and I can assign. Only those students will see this assignment on Google Classroom. I will repeat those same steps as I go through for my different groups. Now I can open this just as the students would, because as the teacher, I can jump in here too. So let's take a look. They open it like this, open with Kami if it doesn't already open itself with Kami. Once it loads, all students will be viewing the same assignment. This is where my directions as the teacher would come in on what I'd want them to do. I have all the same tools that any other Kami assignment has. You'll see down here, there's no one on right now, but down in this region, you'll see the little colorful dots with initials, so you'll kind of know who's on it. I might have them use the markup tool or the highlighter tool and go through and mark up depending on what I'm looking them for, what I want them looking for. I think the biggest collaboration piece here is I might have them use the comment tool. So maybe I want to use the text comment, and maybe I've got a student who's got a question about this first line here. When they highlight that, they can leave a comment over here on the side. Don't forget you have 3 different comment types. I can text comment, I can voice comment, leave a voice message, or I can do the video comment. And then other students or me as the teacher can leave a comment on that comment. So maybe a student asks a question here. Another student could come along and give their best answer to that question. So that's the commenting feature within Kami. Another example I want to show is how you can use Google Docs and or slides as a Kami assignment. So here's my sample essay, and maybe I want to have my students practice proofreading in groups and breaking apart an essay and finding errors or asking questions or anything like that. So this is a Google Doc, but I want to make it a Google assignment, a Kami assignment rather, and have students collaborate. The steps are very similar to the previous one. I would come to Google Classroom, create Kami assignment, Once this loads, I'm going to give it another title, whatever I want that to be, and find it in Google Drive here. I know that the title of this one is Sample Essay. Again, I would probably have made several copies of this digitally for my students in the groups. Sample Essay right there. Change to share one copy. Go in, select the students that I want to see this, and assign. This will change that, make a copy essentially of that Google document and make it a Kami assignment that we can now edit on top of. So just like before, it shows up in Google Classroom. I can enter it just like a student would enter it because I can come in and copy and help the group as they go as well. Once in here, again, I can assign roles. I can have them underlining text, circling, crossing things out. I can have them using the comment features, what they think should happen. Maybe I do this one-on-one with students for proofreading. They can collaborate on one student onto another student's and collaborate. Another ways you could use this, I was thinking, if you're doing some kind of map activity, you could have a PDF of a map and have students marking up the map, labeling things. Maybe you have infographics or pictures of different things that you want them drawing on and labeling different parts of things. All of that can be done in Kami using either a PDF or a Google Doc or slides, and they have the power to comment and do all of these collaborative tools within each other. So that's how you can use Kami as a collaborative tool. Again, I used 2 ELA examples, but any other content area, the process is still the same depending on what you want them doing, and all the commenting features and all the collaborative tools over here are the same as well.